Hello. Uh, Today we will discuss about introduction to computer networks. Now, first of all, what is computer network? So, computer network connects two or more autonomous computers. So, or the computers can be anywhere. Computers can be geographically located anywhere. So, connection of connecting autonomous computers together to form a network, that is computer networks. Now, what are the applications of computer networks? So, resource sharing, information sharing, communication, remote computing, distributed processing, and saving money. So, these are the applications of computer networks. Let us go one by one. What is resource sharing? Resource sharing means we can share the hardware. For example, like many times in the network, we can share the disk, means server we can share, then we can share the printers, we can share scanners. So that is nothing but the hardware sharing, which is possible only because of computer networks. Next one is the software sharing. So software means many application softwares which we can share. For example, in our lab, um, some applications like Java application, or for first year student HTML application. So that all that applications are shared by many students at a time. So that is called as the resource sharing. So in resource sharing, we can share software as well as hardware. Next one is information sharing. Now, information sharing means we are using information from anywhere, anytime. So that is, it is easy to acceptable. We can access any file, we can access any database. We have a search capability of www. We know search worldwide webs are used. And information sharing is only possible because of the networking. We know that um, nowadays the world is moving around information sharing. So information sharing is one of the application of computer networks. Next one is communication. So communication means email communication, message broadcasting, and so many things are there. So communication is possible because of the computer networks. Next one is remote computing. Remote computing means you can access any data from anywhere. For example, you want to access a digital laboratory of suppose Oxford University, then you can, if you have a credential, you can access it from here only, from your place only. So that is called as a remote computing. Distributed processing means you can distribute the work can be distributed. So this is called as a distributed processing. And next one is the saving money. Now, how computer network saves money? We know that the mainframe computers are very fast computers. Mainframe computers are very fast computers, but the cost of that mainframe computers is 100 times more than the personal computers. But now see what happened. What happened in case of computer networks? If we connect 100 machine together to form a network, then we can achieve the speed of mainframe computer. But the cost of mainframe computer is 100 times more, and uh, we can connect some machines, and by using that personal computers we can achieve the speed of mainframe computer. So in that way we can say that by using computer networks we can save money. So in this way, these are the applications of computer networks. Next one is a network hardware. Now, network hardware, so there are two dimensions on which computer network differentiates. First one is the transmission technology, and the second one is the scale. On the basis of transmission technology, network is differentiate, and on the basis of scale, network is differentiate. So these are the two dimensions on the basis of which computer network differentiate. Now, on the basis of transmission technology, there are two types of computer is differentiate in two ways. First one is the broadcast network, and second one is the point-to-point network. Now, what is broadcast network? On the basis of broadcast network, sorry. broadcast network. In broadcast network have a single communication channel that can be shared by all machine or all network. For example, let us consider our radio broadcasting or radio FM. FM is, we know that the frequency of is 93.4 or something. So when so that same frequency band is there, which is shared by whatever the radios, they will get that program. So broadcast network have a single communication channel and that can be shared by all machines. So short messages called packets in certain contexts sent by machine are received by all others. So broadcasting means one is the sender and all are the receiver, and the single communication channel is there which is shared by all. So on the basis of transmission technology, first type of network is broadcast network. Second one is point-to-point network. So it consisting of a point-to-point connection in between the individual pair of the machine. Means one machine is connected to the another machine via point-to-point dedicated line. So it is called as a point-to-point network. So there are two transmission technologies, broadcast technology and point-to-point technology. Next one is on the basis of scale. On the basis of scale, scale is nothing but a geographical location. So on the basis of scale, network is divided into three categories: LAN, MAN, and WAN. So LAN means it is a small network. It is in a geographical location like a small room or building or campus, and it is called as a local area network. And the geographical limit is within 1 meter. Then next one is the metropolitan area network, means within a city some offices are there, 2 3 offices are there which are all over the city. Then we can connect this to three number of offices by using MAN, that is metropolitan area network. Next one is the network spread geographically, that is called as a wide area network. So wide area network means it can be across the country or across the continent or across the globe, anywhere. So that is a wide area network. Now see, on the basis of scale, the scale is increasing. In LAN it is in LAN it is less, then it is more in MAN, and then it is more in WAN. So on the basis of scale, again network is divided. Now see, on the basis of network, on the basis of scale, so within 1 meter is called as a personal area network. Personal area network, that is within 1 meter. Now in LAN, geographical scale limited for LAN is from 10 meters to 1 kilometer. And next one is MAN, that is metropolitan area network. It is in 10 kilometer, within 10 kilometer. Wide area network has a scale that is 100 kilometer to 1000 kilometer, and across all that is nothing but internet. So on the basis of scale, network is divided into all this category. Now next thing is nothing but network topology. Network topology means how the machines are connected with each other, how physically what is the layout, layout of wire or device, and as well as the path used for data transmission. So which defines the way in which the computers or machines are getting connected with each other. So there are various types of topologies: burst topology, ring topology, star topology, extended star topology, and mesh topology. Now, what is burst topology? Burst topology means the machines are connected in a linear fashion. Linear bus means one single cable is there and n number of machines are connected to the single cable. See, this is a single cable, and to this single cable, here 6 machines are connected. So it is called as a burst topology. Now, in this burst topology, a single communication channel is shared by all machines. So definitely traffic is more, means when we are using a single road, on single road many roads are reaching, then definitely traffic is more on the transmission line. So definitely, and so in this way, this is the burst topology. Next one is the star topology or star and tree topology. Now in the star topology, the machines are connected in a star pattern. So here, when installed, the star topology resembles like a spoke of the bicycle. Now here all machines are connected in a star fashion, and here there is one central controller which can be a switch or which can be a hub. Now, for larger network, this is an extended star topology. This is the extended star topology, and it is like a tree structure, or it is used network devices such as bridges, such as switches, routers are used in the star topology. So in star topology, one central device is there, and to that central device, for example, it is a switch or it is a hub, and to that many machines are connected. That is star topology. Next one is the ring topology. The frame travels around the ring, stopping at each node. If a node want to transmit data, it has to travel, means no any machine can travel, can send data from directly to the other machine. It has to pass through all the nodes. Means suppose this is a Z machine and this is A machine, so A and Z machine cannot communicate directly. It has to cross all these intermediate nodes, so it is called as a ring topology. Now a single so this is a single ring topology, but the problem is that if the ring fail, or if any machine fails, then the complete network collapse. So the another concept is nothing but dual ring topology, where two rings are generated. If one ring is fail, the another ring is there, and the network survives. So it is called as a ring topology. Next one is the mesh topology. Mesh topology, all devices or node are connected to each other for redundancy and fault tolerance. In the previous topology, we saw that if there is a break in, if there is a damage in for the transmission line, or there is a break, or there is any problem to the particular node or particular machine, then the complete network collapse. Now, what happened in the mesh topology? In mesh topology, no, every machine is physically connected with all other machine in the network. So, suppose there here this machine, so it is connected with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 machines together. So all machines are connected with all the remaining machine. So there is a dedicated line for communication in between the two machines. So it is more fault tolerance, but the drawback is that lots of cabling is required, lots of mess is there in the and many connections and many IO ports are required to connect this machine. So it is used in vans to interconnect LANs and for mission critical networks like bank and financial institution. Now implementing this mesh topology is quite expensive and difficult, but it is a robust topology. So this will finished the today's part of computer networks, then types of computer networks, and how the computers are connected, which is called as a mesh topology. Now next part we will discuss next time. Bye.